Dota 2 and League of Legends are two of the most popular games you can install and play right now for absolutely free. Well, free being that you're okay with giving up your mental stability and soul, of course. These games have a reputation for holding some of the most toxic gamers around the world, paired with one of the steepest learning curves you could ever imagine. So if you're planning on trying it out without a helping hand, just letting you know you're bound to have an absolutely pain-filled experience and completely waste your valuable time. Speak to anybody who consistently plays either of these games and they'll tell you just how miserable and frustrating it is, yet they keep on playing it. God, man, my team just won't fucking listen to me. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill something. I'm gonna fucking kill something. Oh, hey, look, I found another game. But what's worse than sinking half your entire life trying to understand and learn one single game? That's right, trying to understand and learn two MOBA games at the exact same time. I have played both Dota 2 and League of Legends for over 10 years, so I guess you could call me an absolute psychopath. And although I may not be the best at both of these games, do not look at my rank, do not fucking look at my... I still think that my decade-long experiences in both of these games do hold some kind of value, of whatever you think it's worth. I'd like to share my experience with you guys and analyze the sort of similarities and differences both these games have to each other. Examine what truly makes them unique from one another, yet also similar at the same time. And what better time to upload this video than now, since both Worlds and TI are happening at the exact same time. Also, these types of videos are really clickbaity and do very well in the algorithm, so why the fuck not? First of all, League is way more fast-paced, like a lot more. I think a perfect way of describing it is that League feels more like a fighting/action game, whereas Dota is more on the strategic side, like a sort of chess game. I think it's mainly due to the fact that League has a lot more one-shotting and burst damaging abilities as opposed to the extremely long duration stuns that are in Dota. God, let me fucking move! The average game time is also much shorter in League, averaging around 20 to 30 minutes, or 15 if you have the mental fortitude of a toddler, while games in Dota can easily go on for longer than an hour, which, yeah, does make the games more exciting and fun to play, but my God, does it wear you down. I can maybe fit in like 2 or 3 games of Dota before feeling mentally drained and exhausted, but since League games go extremely fast, I can easily play like 15 games in a row and feel absolutely nothing, just completely nothingness inside. I'm just fucking dead inside. Both communities suck and are toxic as shit. I mean, what do you expect? MOBAs are just filled with man-children who just can never work together. But I will say that in God's honest truth, at least in my experience, League is way more toxic, and it's not even close, which is quite ironic since League has a way more stricter code of conduct and profanity filter built in. In Dota, you're mainly going to be hearing things like noob, trash, dog, things you would see in a 2000s MSN chat since everybody that plays Dota is a complete boomer. Whereas in League, a game that's mostly played by edgy teenagers are going to be coming up with the most creative and honestly quite hilarious ways to flame you whilst also trying to dodge the automatic profanity filter. I have seen things like please commit unalive, Alt F4 IRL, and one of my personal favorites, I hope your future child ends up being as much of a vegetable as you. Something really cool I like about Dota is that you can stop some of your abilities halfway during its cast time, allowing you to sort of fake out your opponent. Something really cool I like about League is being able to combo abilities with Flash, allowing you to pull off some fancy combos like Keyblading on Yasuo or the infamous Lee Sin Insect. This is pretty much already globally known, but I'll say it again. The girls in League are quite nice. I mean, Dota has some pretty nice waifus too, but it is okay. Okay, I'll be honest. It's pretty pathetic if you compare the two. Both games are very difficult in their own respective ways. However, Dota is obviously way harder since it just has more depth to it, like certain strategies and macro that just doesn't exist in League, or at least to the same level. I would say that most of League's difficulty stems from mastering your champion, their matchups, and their strengths, whereas Dota's difficulty comes from learning how to move around the map as a unit with your team. Drafting is hands down way more important in Dota than it is in League. Picking the wrong hero into a bad matchup in Dota is 10 times worse and can honestly be the sole reason on why you lost the entire game, which is why you see a lot more one-tricking in League than in Dota. Sure, bad matchups definitely do exist, especially in the top lane. However, they are somewhat salvageable, thanks to the nature of recalling and help from your jungler. In Dota, just be prepared to watch your enemy freeze the wave and deny creeps from you over and over and over and over again. Thankfully, you are able to farm the jungle quite easily in Dota to catch up if you're falling behind. This is something that's quite majorly different between the two games. In League, the entire jungle mainly belongs to a specific person on each team known as the jungler, whose main job is to stay hidden, only farming the neutral creeps in the forest, and to help gank and take objectives around the map. This role is arguably the most important since they set the tempo and are the main playmakers of the game. Every objective and team fight is mainly revolved around the junglers, which is a shame since since for some reason, the only people that seem to play this role are the biggest douchebags on the planet. In Dota, the entire jungle belongs to everybody, and farming it is absolutely necessary to keep your net worth up and to get those items at good timing. Items in Dota can be extremely overwhelming, since a lot of them have actives. Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Yule Scepter, Refresher, Magic Wand, Satanic, all of these items are incredibly important, and using them at the right times can be the deciding factor of winning or losing the entire game. Most items in League are just as powerful, but are mostly passive, either giving you a bunch of stats that make you overall more powerful, or just activating automatically initiated by one of your attacks. The only item you really need to keep in mind is your Mythic, which most of the time has an active ability. Also, as a side note, this is just my opinion, but I think Mythics fucking suck. However, something I do like about League is the fact that you guys have one fucking shopkeeper. Thank God! Having to explain to a new player how to purchase a single item in Dota really made me realize how fucking stupid this game can be sometimes.
Hey Blitz, how do you buy an item in League?
Oh, well, you fucking open up the shop, you find the item you want, and you click that shit, you buy it easy. There you go.
Well, how do you buy an item in Dota?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. You see, it's a little bit different, but it's overall pretty simple. All you got to do is find the item you want, right-click it, which does absolutely nothing because some items in this game require a secret shop, which there are two that are located right here. Either walk there yourself or send yourself a courier, buy the secret shop components, go back to base, buy the recipe because you need that to craft the item. But before you buy everything, make sure you have enough gold for buyback because you might need it, and there you go.
Wait, so what do I do with the recipe?
Nothing. You got fucking scammed. Don't get me wrong, I love Dota, but the whole game is basically all over the place and is extremely outdated on purpose in order to fulfill its players with nostalgia, since, I mean, this is the way it was back in Dota 1 and Warcraft 3, which I don't know if you know this, but Warcraft 3 is pretty fucking old. It's okay to move on, Valve. And God forbid you repeat what I just said to any other Dota players out there, because for some reason they will die on this hill defending what I can only call bad game design. Like, what's the next ridiculous thing you're gonna try and convince me? That turn rate is a good mechanic? Whoops, did I just say that out loud? Many things also piss me off about League, starting with the lack of voice chat. Like, seriously, why the fuck does this game not have voice chat? I mean, Valorant has voice comms, even fucking Wild Rift has it, for crying out loud.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
In a game where communication is key, not having voice chat is a huge misplay. It is my right as a human being to have a voice and to be able to use it. To call my jungler a dumb fuck. Typing it doesn't feel as good. Also, why is there still a coin flip ban system in Dota? Like, why can't I just ban Bristle? Like, please, I just ban Oh my fucking God, he picked Bristle again. Are you fucking? Why is it that when you stand still for literally 20 seconds, people can just remake the entire game? Like, bro, I took a piss as fast as I can and I still get fucked, and I got piss going down my leg. Both balance teams suck. Both communities suck. Everything just fucking sucks. You know what? Fuck both these games. There's only one game I really want to play right now. Any second now.